And out of nowhere, he just says, "Oh shit." I just kind of was like, "Oh no, what happened?" And he starts laughing and he's like, My name is Anya Thorne, and I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. I've been getting tattooed for a very long time, since about age 18. When I was 18, I received my first tattoo. I actually had to drive over the border into another state because in Chicago, where I was born and raised, you had to be age 21. So we drove over there and I got a what we call tribal trash butterfly. It's on my lower back. I never knew I was going to be a tattoo collector. I just always admired tattoos, always wanted to get them. I was a little bit chicken to get tattooed at first in areas that were highly visible. I kind of viewed those areas as Park Place, like Park Avenue is like prime real estate on your arms. And so I just knew I wanted some really badass artists. And it wasn't until I got an opportunity to be tattooed by Nico that I started back up with getting tattooed, and now other people are calling me a tattoo collector, and I suppose I am. The longest tattoo session that I've ever sat for is probably about 8 hours long. With my piece from Nico, we did 2 sessions, 2 days apart. So for the first one, I sat for about 8 hours, and then we came back and I did another 3 or so. We got Morticia Adams, and we used inspiration from Angelica Houston's character when she portrayed her. My life has changed since getting tattooed. During my session with Nico, we were at a convention and he was talking about how he thought I should take up some modeling and do some photo shoots. I had done that in the past, not for the tattoo industry, and maybe it was a coincidence or just fate, but a photographer for the industry, Hugo V, happened to approach Nico and I while I was getting tattooed, and essentially Nico kind of pushed the opportunity, and so from there it just went crazy because my first shoot was with Hugo V, so I've done magazines and different things since. I have gotten tattooed at both shops and conventions. Personally, it just depends on the vibe of the situation. I enjoy tattooing at conventions because it's easily to get distracted and kind of just people watch and enjoy the vibe of the atmosphere. And other people are experiencing similar pain and you can kind of push through it a little more. There's a lot going on. Some shops are really nice. They have their own private studios, and in those situations, they kind of play the music that you like and you can just lay back and enjoy the session. Other places, maybe it's bad music, maybe there's other people there that are being a little too obnoxious, that sort of thing. So I really don't have a preference. I research my artists through all sorts of social media primarily. Instagram's a really great one because of its visual appeal and just how it can go kind of viral from there. I can see who other people are liking and kind of scope that out. A lot of it's also like word of mouth. Somebody might say to me, "Hey, have you checked out this artist?" and whatnot. I'm really picky on the artists that I choose, and it's not about whether or not I think they're talented. It's just that I'm also looking at my whole body and kind of if their styles will have a little bit of a flow and kind of keep to my theme. Yeah, just kind of go from there. My most memorable tattoo experience, I have so many, but the one I have to choose probably was my first. Just having to drive so far, not knowing anything of what I was getting into. Nervous about getting tattooed, nervous about my mom finding out someday. So we go into this shop and it's like old school. There's all these like Harley looking dudes that are tattoo artists, and they're kind of big and gruff and bearded. This guy, I don't even remember his name, was tattooing me. He's behind me because the tattoo is on my lower back. And out of nowhere, he just says, "Oh shit." I just kind of was like, "Oh no, what happened?" And he starts laughing and he's like, "Well, I hope that wasn't your favorite pair of underwear because I just spilled black ink all over it." And I was like, okay, I just had a heart attack, but underwear is not a big deal. So that was an interesting moment because it kind of just freaked me out, and I laughed about it later. So, and it was my first tattoo. I've gotten tattooed by a nearby local artist to my town. His name's Justin McIntyre. I also was tattooed by Nico Hurtado. I've gotten tattooed by Sarah Miller, and that was at a convention in Chicago. I was tattooed by Lefty Zach Colbert, and he's from Texas. I was also tattooed by Liz Cook, and that was at the Steel City Convention in Pittsburgh. I've also been tattooed by another Midwest artist who's somewhat local. His name's Bob Bittner. I've also been tattooed by Big Gus. I was tattooed by Claude the Ripper, and he's from Milan, Italy. I'm Anya Thorne. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and thank you for checking out my collection. There was barely any ink on my underwear, and so I don't know if he was just like messing with me because I was like 18. Probably both.
Hardest part's done. It wasn't too bad, right?
No, as long as you think it's fine.
Oh, that's great, great,
As long
great.
as I was